Hi everyone. Today is Sunday, August 25th. I slept in. I think for some reason I was awake around 6 and then went back to sleep and then got up around 10 or something in the morning. And then got brunch and was taking care of a few things for my kids for back to school, ordering some books for them, and then that required going over to one bookstore in person since online I couldn't make a deposit for a book request for like a book that one of my kids needs for the start of the school, and then online there's a book from France since my kids are in a French speaking school system, so something has to be sent from Europe, from a book publisher, and then also to kind of qualify for free shipping. Then there was like a minimum purchase, but then also there were a couple promo codes that were helpful for kind of taking some discounts off of the book cost, but each time I found something to add to the cart, its cost was lowered by the same 10%. So I just had to keep looking for a few more books. So it's a strange kind of, I don't know, like too many books kind of a thing. So I was looking for a couple things to have in my in my personal library to, short stories and things in French to accompany the book order. And then also when I went over to the bookstore to order the book that was for Spanish, that then I was looking around the bookstore and seeing the different authors that they had, and it's like walking out of a sporting goods store, and you just kind of you want to do everything. So the same thing with the bookstore, just like I want to read everything, and getting a couple things ready for the start of the week. A new student was asking about TOEFL writing, so by the start of next week, that's about 6 days away. I want to start a new writing program for like 2 weeks. So this week I want to collect a handful of essays from students, and then that can give me an idea of different topics that they need to learn to work on their writing. And I'm continuing to look at some things on communication, and a big part of that I've been looking at from rhetoric, especially from Aristotle. So there are some things that I remember learning in rhetoric when I was at the university in Paris, because it seems like a couple of these topics have just not been discussed at all in my education in the United States. So it's still a foundation in parts of Europe. So trying to look up more of this information and go directly to the source as much as I can to kind of make my own interpretation, and see how I can help summarize that and explain that to students, especially for the exam, since there are a handful of concepts that seem to be baked into the TOEFL, in terms of, for example, with the rhetoric of topic development, language use, delivery, there do seem to be some concepts that are in the like inventio. I mean, that's more of like a Latin translation, and the language use sense of being something of a form of style, of which words to use, which ways to phrase something, and then the actual delivery, which that does have that concept of delivery, not just in terms of intonation, but how successful is a speaker at delivering once they have thought out what they plan to say, and then they are choosing their words and the sentences and sentence structures and the organization of their thoughts. Even though doing that in speaking with a 45-second, 60-second recording, it's very demanding, very challenging to be doing all of those three things at the same time. So some of that stuff needs to be automated and not like completely improvised from scratch. Yet when we are doing that in a writing environment, for example, the essay or written response, it's still challenging to do that in the amount of time that's given, yet it's a little bit more forgiving than a 45-second, 60-second timer. It still requires fast thinking and being able to pull together lots of kind of tools that are ready. If a student is trying to work with an empty toolkit, it's very challenging. So yeah, that's I think what I want to be working on for these next couple of weeks with the students is just opening up this writer's toolkit and helping students add as many useful tools that they can have in there instead of opening up an empty toolkit and struggling. So yeah, that's about it for today. Hola a todos, hoy es domingo 25 de agosto. Hoy dormí un poco más y decidí almorzar tarde. He estado ocupando de cosas para el regreso a clases para mis hijos, de como buscar unos libros que necesitan en línea o también en una librería para ir y pedir un libro, y también ocuparme de unas cosas en casa. Y también estoy pensando en unos proyectos para lanzar para septiembre, sobre todo como un programa para escritura para examen de TOEFL. Hay unos alumnos que me han contactado para mejorar sus ensayos, y hay cosas que estoy viendo con comunicación y retórica, y veo cosas que pueden ayudar mucho para el examen, y también para alumnos que quieran hablar mejor o como formular sus pensamientos mejor. Veo eso también con alumnos que no están forzosamente preparando el examen. Eso es todo para ahorita. Bonjour tout le monde, aujourd'hui c'est dimanche le 25 août. Aujourd'hui j'ai fait la grasse mat et j'ai pu manger un brunch tranquillement, et je m'occupais de quelques trucs pour mes enfants pour la rentrée scolaire, surtout comment commander quelques livres et aussi chercher directement dans une librairie, parce que je ne pouvais pas passer une commande en ligne, il fallait y aller en personne. Et puis Là, je suis en train de penser un petit peu sur quelques projets pour commencer en septembre. Par exemple, un programme pour écrire en anglais pour l'examen TOEFL et je fais un peu plus de recherche avec la communication et la rhétorique parce que je vois il y a pas mal de concepts qui pourraient être utiles pour mes stagiaires. Donc j'ai envie de faire un peu plus de recherche et faire un programme pour nous dédier à ça. Voilà. Hallo an alle. Heute ist Sonntag, der 25. Tag im August und heute Morgen habe ich mehr geschlafen als andere Tage und ich habe spät Frühstück gegessen und danach habe ich einige Dinge für meinen Kinder für gehen zurück zur Schule. Es bedeutet, dass ich muss einige Bücher zu kaufen und finden und auch habe ich einige Dinge für mich, für Englisch, für meinen Studenten. Zum Beispiel, sie fragen mir, wie können wir verbessern, wie schreiben wir auf Englisch für die Prüfung TOEFL und ich möchte etwas zu tun für September mit ihr und ja, das ist alle für heute. Ciao a tutti, oggi è domenica 25 in agosto e questa mattina ho dormito più che altri giorni, ho fatto colazione tranquillo e ho fatto alcune cose per buscare libri che i figli hanno bisogno per cominciare il nuovo anno nella scuola e anche io penso un po' cosa voglio fare con studenti, per esempio per scrivere meglio per TOEFL e mi hanno scritto e fatto domande di come migliorare e voglio fare un programma di 2 settimane in settembre. И questo è tutto. Всем привет, сегодня воскресенье, 25 августа, и сегодня утром я смог спать больше, чем нормально, и я позавтракал спокойно, и я делал несколько вещей, потому что мои дети начинают Новый год в школе. Скоро это будет через неделю, и я должен искать и купить книг, и я делал это по интернету и также в магазине, и также я подумаю немного о программу, которую я хочу делать скоро, в сентябре, потому что студенты меня спрашивают, как написать лучше на экзамене TOEFL. И так, это все на сегодня. Большое спасибо, пока.